Wizards of Waverly Place is returning in October, and it made me want to go back and watch the original series, review it season by season, and talk about the various movies and things like that. There's two TV movies that I want to talk about, but let's start with season one, of course. And I'm talking about this show because I grew up with this show. Not as it aired. I watched it later when it was on Netflix. Remember when Disney content was on Netflix and we didn't have to pay for a bazillion streaming services? Great times. Now we are in the apocalypse and you have to pay for a billion streaming services. Yeah, and that's how I later caught up on shows like Good Luck Charlie, where shows that, like, when they aired and I saw them on TV, I'm sure I sat down and watched a couple episodes, but, being able to watch them in entirety was fun. And so I haven't seen this show in a long time. I was curious how well it holded up. And yes, I do plan to talk about the new Wizards of Waverly Place, but I also want to talk about this show as well. So I'm not sure if I'll finish covering all the seasons in the movie before that show releases, because it does come out in October, and I didn't start this project quick enough. But that's mainly because with Disney Channel shows, like, it's coming soon. There's no official release date, and then it just kind of happens, and here we are, and didn't have time to prepare. But this season, I really like this season. I think it actually held up pretty well. I mean, despite a couple of effects and certain episodes being kind of dated in terms of that, like I think the Sea Monkeys episode, god damn, the effects in that episode are pretty bad, and that's one that it always sticks out in my mind because it just is horrible. But I think what I like about this show is the cast. They do such a great job. You got I'm forgetting the actor who plays Justin. You got Jake T. Austin as Max. His character's not really written that well, but something about the way he plays that character is, like, pretty good, pretty perfect. Selena Gomez, of course, as Alex, is great. I think, though, this first season is probably the weakest from memory. Just, I don't think there's any real standout episodes, unlike later seasons. I think there's more standout episodes. To me, I'm just watching this show and I'm enjoying it, but I think it's a great foundation to show, hey, these wizards, they have magic is pretty cool. And I also really like that in this season, it you do get a lot of things that would become foundation for other things later, like Indenture Mr. Crumb and stuff. And I like that stuff. I think that's fun. I think the only thing that bothers me about this season, first of all, I've never been a fan of these Wizard School episodes, which are very clearly, like, Disney probably mandated these episodes. Hey, we got a Wizard show. Harry Potter's really popular. You got to make that happen. Which I think this show is very unique and isn't trying to be your generic sitcom. First of all, it's about wizards, right? That's pretty cool. Not a lot of sitcoms are about wizards, right? Then you also got the fact that this family lives in New York, but they're Italian and of Mexican heritage. They're a mixed family. Not just because they're half non-wizard, half wizard, but, like, both come from different heritages, and that's just really cool. And they really embrace that in this show, especially in one of the last episodes of the season where Alex has a quinceañera. It's just really cool, and I really like that about this show. So yeah, I think further seasons would delve more into the magic, where this season feels more slice of lifey, where you're watching episodes where it's just like, oh, Justin charms a baseball so he can play baseball better to impress a girl. Very slice of lifey. Doesn't really feel that magical or interesting. Those are probably my weak. This is why I say this season's probably the weakest. But I think eventually, as the show goes on, it's stronger and stronger, and really works to be something really good. And as a Wizards, and I think this show held up better than I remember. So, let me know your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe.